Hello, welcome to the Stoic Reset Podcast. I'm very fortunate to be here in Seattle, and I'm with my guest, Taylor Crow. Taylor, you are a personal trainer in Seattle, and we are all collaborating with my friend Tenzin, who is the co-founder of Timber. So just to get started, Taylor, what brings you to this project today? And could you give us an origin story about yourself?
Sure. Okay. Well, Tenzin first reached out to me on Instagram. He found my trainer profile and asked if I'd be interested in being a part of this project, ambiguous project that I didn't know anything about, but I'm not one to say no to new opportunities, so here I am.
Awesome. So, what led you to the world of fitness, and what were your personal as well as professional motivations towards being a personal trainer?
So I always say the story started a long time ago. When I was 12 years old, I was doing martial arts, and my martial arts instructor said, if you want to get in shape for your black belt, you should train with my wife. And his wife owned a fitness studio just across the street. Her name is Amy Carr, and she is amazing. She made me decide I wanted to be a personal trainer when I was 12 years old. And ever since then, everything I've done has kind of just led up to who I am now. In high school, I started training heavy lifting. I got my Zumba instructor certification. I started dancing. I majored in dance in college. And out of college, I had a full-time job that I hated. It was awful. And then I met up with Amy Carr again, and she was like, well, why don't you get your certification and start training? And that's what I did. And now I train clients in their homes, and I teach group fitness classes, and that is my life.
That's amazing. What would you say were some of the early struggles when you started, doing this and kind of trying to live out your passion? And what were some of the early success stories in this field?
I would say one of the bigger struggles coming out of finishing my certification, I knew I wanted a part-time job teaching classes or something at a gym, and fortunately there was a good market in Seattle when I was looking for jobs, but the rates were still relatively low, I would say, and I wanted it to be something that I could somewhat rely on as I built my client base of in-home clients. I knew I didn't want to train clients in a gym. I knew I wanted to go to their homes and start my own business. Therefore, I knew that the part-time job that I was going to have had to be able to support that financially. So it just took a little bit of, searching around, looking for the right fit job, and fortunately I did find a really great gym that I taught HIIT classes at, and just looked for where I could put my name out online for clients to find me, and slowly but surely they came and the business built.
Wow, that's definitely an inspiring story, and I'd love to kind of hear your daily routine or even your morning routine and some of the structure that you've put around yourself, or maybe lack of structure. So what does that kind of look like?
Yeah, I don't think I have it completely figured out. Like, I am a regular human just like everyone else.
Right.
Morning routine, I'm not an early riser, so you will not catch me training 6 a.m., 7 a.m.s, or even teaching classes, unless my friend calls me last minute and says, Taylor, I'm not going to make it. I need you to sub for me right now.
Right.
I prefer to wake up around somewhere between 7 and 8 a.m., ease into my morning. I need a large coffee. I usually throw a scoop of protein powder in my coffee to get that going, a little bit of fruit, and then I usually take my first client at around 10 a.m., and then I start my day from there. And I do late evenings, so I'll teach all the way to 7:30, 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. on some nights. So that's me. Morning routine's a little chill, but I do stay up late.
Got it. No, I'm completely a night owl as well, so it's refreshing to see that someone who doesn't prioritize that early grind routine and is still successful. But we had a conversation about the protein coffee, and that begs the question: what are some of your nutrition goals? What is like your background in maintaining an aesthetic figure, if that's one of your goals? And you mentioned that you were vegan for a while, so what are what is your story around fitness and nutrition?
You definitely need protein. We know now more than ever that it is really, really important. I try to get a minimum of 100 grams a day, ideally 120 if I can, and you need a lot of fiber, minimum 30 grams every day, however you can. I will say adding a scoop of protein powder in my coffee is just so easy to get that extra 20 grams. It's I'm not the first one to say it. I didn't invent it or come up with it, but it does work and it does help. Fruits, vegetables, whatever protein you can get. I think that's as simple as I can make it. That is my recommendation.
For sure. Short and sweet, but effective. Apart from that, I also noticed that on your Instagram page, you do a lot of training yourself. You probably have a lot of routines that you do. Throughout the shoot today for Timber, I noticed that you were doing a lot of different core workouts. You were leading group fitness sessions on your Instagram. So what is some of your training methodologies?
They have evolved over the years. I always want to keep an element of strength training and cardio training. Everyone needs it. It's very important. My latest obsession has been aerial straps. So I dipped my toes in the world of circus, and aerial has been a really nice way to blend my love of strength training and my love of dance and the arts into one focus. So that's been my latest thing, but I still do some cross training, taking classes on the side, and strength training as well.
Got it. Amazing. And how do you think your profession and your passions impact other people? Maybe your immediate circle, your family and friends, but also your client. In what ways do you think you impact them?
That's a big question.
I didn't throw one curveball.
I do hope to inspire people to live through their own values. I've known for so long this is what I want to do, and I've really tried to make decisions that help me lead me on that path of what I'm meant to be doing. And I would encourage other people to live their life the same way. Even if it means you are living your boring 9-to-5 job, find the things that serve you and spend your time, living true to your values.
Definitely. Those are very profound thoughts, and I agree with those. But you mentioned the 9-to-5 life. So me included, I work at a finance company. I kind of live that 9-to-5 routine, but I'm very passionate about fitness as well. And I've heard that a lot of your clients maybe live that 9-to-5 life. So what are some ways in which you think a person who's living a 9-to-5 life can optimize their fitness, nutrition, and just like zest for life?
I know it sounds cliche, but a form of meal prepping really can make life easier. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to cook all your meals ahead of time for the week. Even just having things chopped or having fruit readily available can really make life a lot easier for you. If that fruit is chopped, it's in the fridge, ready to go, easy to grab, it's going to be a lot easier to opt for that healthy option as opposed to the bag of chips that might be right next door.
Or Reese's peanut butter
or
cups.
The peanut butter cups. Exactly. Other ways you can help with a 9-to-5, I would say figure out if you're an early riser or if you prefer to stay up late. Most people, I would say, have 3 options. You can work out in the morning, noon on your lunch break, or after work. Decide which one's going to work best for your schedule, and then stick to that.
Awesome. And have you had any success stories with some of your clients who had goals that maybe they wanted to lose a little bit of weight or they wanted to gain a little bit of muscle? And what was your journey with some of those clients?
I will say with both of those types of clients, if you want to gain weight or you want to lose weight, the clients that I've had that have had the most success have worked out as much as they could. Every opportunity they were taking a class, they were training one-on-one with me, they were adjusting their diet if they're trying to gain weight, really beefing up that protein and increasing their calorie content, and then vice versa if they're trying to lose weight, still maintaining that high protein count, but staying in a moderate calorie deficit. We don't want to go too low because we still want the weight loss to be sustainable, but not saying no, not letting themselves skip a day unless it's an intentional rest day. They were really in the gym, as much as they could, let's say 4 to 5 times a week, and really staying on top of their diet.
Wow, that's inspiring, and I feel like you had a huge role to play with their personal journey. Now let's come to Timber as a brand. So what made you kind of identify with Timber as a brand, maybe Tanzim as a co-founder, some of the people you've collaborated with, and how would you describe your experience with Timber?
Well, so far it's been very new and very exciting. One thing that really that I do appreciate is we are really trying to set our scene in Seattle. I'm a born and raised Seattleite. I do love what this city has to offer. We have a very vibrant fitness scene, and I'm intrigued to see a new brand step into the space.
Amazing. And I guess second last question, what is your personal vision for the next year, 5 years, and 10 years?
Well, I've been asking myself this same question because, I truly don't know, but I would say for the next year, the goal is going to be continuing to build my presence in social media. Next 5 years, I would like to have my first truly done aerial straps routine. And 10 years, I hope to be training new students in aerial straps and getting new certifications and continuing my own education.
I like how clear those answers were. You didn't even take 2 seconds to answer them, so love those answers. So final question, Stoicism personally means a lot to me. It's something that I found when I was in a challenging situation. Basically what it means to me is focus on what you can control and have gratitude for what you have. So what is that? I know you don't have to be familiar with Stoicism or it's just a Greek philosophy that helped me out, but what are some things you think you are grateful for and that you can control in a positive way in your life going forward?
I know I can control how active I am, right? That is a choice that I can actively make. I can get outside, I can go for a walk. We mentioned in Seattle we have these great hills, so we can always get a little extra heart rate boost if we take that incline. And I am in control of what I put into my body, and I do think there's something empowering about that. I'm really grateful to be able to live where I live, to be able to live in the city and have all that it can offer me. I'm grateful for my communities. The fitness space has just been wonderful. The circus space has been amazing. I'm also a little bit in the theater space too, so they're all just really great communities that support each other.
Well, I think we can call that a wrap. Thank you, Taylor. You're a charming, vibrant, and very positive person. Of course, thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you all for watching. See you at the top. Peace.